If you feel like you should have done more by now, or you should be at a different place by now, you're at this certain age, I should have this by now. Here's my advice to you. Okay, first of all, are you saying that because you are comparing your life to somebody else's, or are you saying that because you set the bar this high and now you're not there, or is it a combination of two, or is it something completely different? Listen, I've been there. I've had people in my life be like, oh, you're this old and you don't have this yet, and I'm like, oh, you're this old and you still have that mindset? Like, what are we doing, dude? It's just like, there doesn't come an age. Obviously, there does come certain ages where you should have certain things. But I'm not talking about, like, stupid fucking societal rules. I'm talking about, like, you reach a certain age, you still don't have your own place. You reach a certain age and you still don't have, you know, a car. You're still working at this job at this age. Now, in those situations, if you're working at a job that you don't like and you're this old, that's like up to you to find a new one, right? And then if you have outside factors that are a pushback that actually physically make it harder for you to achieve certain things, you know, financial status, opportunity. Obviously, I'm a huge you create your reality person, but there's obviously those kinds of things are out of your control. If there are certain factors in your life that are making it difficult for you to get to where you need to be, there's obviously certain things you can do. But don't feel bad because everybody's timeline is different. I'm this old now, I should have this by now. Okay. Is that your words or somebody else's? You know what I mean? Again, I've had certain people literally be like, Sarah, you still don't have this. And I'm like, yeah. And you still think that, and you still are a bitch? Like, I have been working on certain things for years and years and years. And some people are going to stay the same, aka stuck in mindsets where they judge people for not having certain things. And I'm going to be way ahead in that department, even if they achieved these certain big stereotypical life goals early or at the certain age they're supposed to. That's annoying. Are we still? I don't know. Anyway. The only kind of, like, rule books we've ever been given in life are ones that have been written by other people. We didn't just spawn here and then have rules to follow. Like, we created it. Everything we know was created by us. We decided certain things should be set in place because we made that way. Everybody, and I mean everybody, is out there figuring something out. There's always something somebody's figuring out or working through. I don't really take it personal when people judge me for those kinds of things. I just tell myself I'm nothing like you. I don't think that way. Thank God. Don't have a certain thing by a certain age, but you're also evil, then you're evil. And that's the most important part about it. If you don't have this certain thing by a certain age, but you're really considerate of the people and you're constantly working to better yourself, then those things that you don't have yet aren't determining your worth. They're just things that are happening in your life. And if you're working on them, there you go. So if you think you should have more by now, then create more. What exactly is it that you're lacking? Because it's not necessarily that what you're lacking is, you know, it depends. I feel like this entire video was kind of talking about, like, the physical reality. But if there's certain things that you should have more of by now, experience, positive thinking, if it's, like, internal stuff, then get to it. You catch yourself in moments where you're, like, being miserable for no reason. Okay, let me slow down. You catch yourself judging somebody for having something. Okay, am I jealous? Or where's this stemming from? Those kinds of things. it gets fucking hard and unreasonably confusing. But just be nicer to yourself and be like, yo, everybody's timeline is different. The coolest thing about life is that we're all experiencing it differently. But it becomes a bad thing when you're rooted by something that isn't kindness, you know? Driven by comparison and competition and not just like personal growth. One time I had somebody straight up tell me, why did the lighting do that? I don't like that. Okay, whatever. One time I had somebody straight up tell me that they didn't care about personal, like, being a nice person and just about money and like working. And I was like, good luck. Good luck, babe. I have to stop the world just to stop the feeling. Good luck, babe. Well, good luck, babe. Oh my god, me being out of my element for one day is not gonna like deter me completely. I'm okay. I'm doing fine. Maybe I'm not doing fine today, but the rest of my life is gonna be great. Just one day of being annoyed. Okay, the lighting is all weird now, but anyway, my point is still here. One of my most prideful assets, I just literally told my sister this, one of my most prideful assets is my patience. Oh my god, this is the cutest thing I've ever seen. Hold on. They're being so cute. This is the mom, and this is the daughter. She's so sweet. Oh my goodness. Look how sweet. Love you. Anyways, the lighting is different, but I take pride in my ability to just have patience with so many people. But that's not gonna stop me from being straight up and being like, hey, that was cruel. Let's not say that. Let's not do that. My values don't just suddenly disappear because I like take it easy with people when they obviously need patience. I don't know where this is going. I probably should have talked about this in the other video. Anyway, I don't know. Maybe you should be farther. In the grand scheme of things, you don't need to rush anything. Like, there are moments when we don't have the answer, when we don't know something. And then later on down the line, we're like, oh, I wish I would have known that then. But you didn't. So what you have now is the knowledge. What are you going to do with that now, man? Yeah. Guess that's all I kind of wanted to say. Let's be more kind to ourselves. Let's be more kind to each other. Don't be so cruel to yourself about not having something by now. Like, I remember when I was 17 or 18. I don't remember how old I was, but I used to think how miserable I was at that age for many reasons. But one of the main reasons was because I felt like it was such a weird age to be having certain responsibilities but not being legally allowed to do certain things. And you're supposed to have certain things by that age, and if you don't have them, you're judged. But I feel like that amplified those feelings that time of my life because of certain things that were happening. And now, because, you know, I still have received the you should have more by now comments from some people, and including my own brain does that to me sometimes. I'm just like, no. Okay. Everybody's life is fucking different. There are moments where I'm like, this is a grown adult. They should be nicer. I don't know, this is an adult. Why are they behaving like a gossiping teenage girl? Those kinds of things, I will say, I will judge people for them. But if I can see that somebody's working on something, or I just kind of, you know what? Yeah, I kind of always assume something's in progress until it's proven otherwise. Like, I want people to always prove to me that being a part of their life is worth the effort, because I give people chances. I'm impatient, like I said, but enough becomes enough. Sometimes you just have to take responsibility, be more mature. And you will have the physical reality you will have when you have it. Not when society determines that this is a certain time to have it. A family. Like, if a woman doesn't want to have babies or get married, she does not have to have fucking babies and get married. It's not up to society to determine individuality like that. You can't generalize everybody else's life value based off of your own interpretation of what should be and shouldn't be in somebody's life. I have gone back and forth on the idea of having kids countless times. I'm very young. People my age are having babies and getting married, but I'm still so young, and that's not what I want to focus on right now. My focus is directed somewhere else. But because, like, do you get what I'm saying? Having babies. So yeah, if I, 6-7 years down the line, I have babies, right? Babies. If I have children. Or if I don't. If I decide, hey, I don't want them right now. Maybe I should wait a little bit longer. Or people tell you that this is the prime time for something. I'm like, this is the prime time for you to close your mouth and let me live my life. Don't feel bad because you're running behind. You're fine. Look. This is a cat. I don't know. Cat climbing. As long as you're a good person, I feel like that's the starting point to everything. It irks me when people take pride in, like, not caring about that shit. Ugh. Good luck. I don't know. That's the only time I'll judge people for who they are, not what they have. You will have more very soon. If you stop comparing your timeline to everybody else's, because you're not living a life for other people. That's not how this is supposed to work. That's not how this is supposed to work. Okay? Have a good rest of your day. Be the life you don't see anyone want to become it. You're crushing it. Love you. Love you lots, man. Bye.